Welcome to episode 2 of the web series I'm creating on streaming. My name is Ellohime. I stream on twitch.tv. If you guys want a link to my stream, it is below, or any of my affiliate links if you want to help me out, they're all below. But this episode is going to be the first episode where we really start getting into some of these tips. So you are a new streamer. Congratulations, you have made an account, you are streaming. Maybe you're not streaming yet, maybe you're just thinking about streaming. The first thing I'm going to tell you is that if you are not actually starting your stream yet, you need to. You should have been starting yesterday. It is extremely important that you understand that every day that you wait, it's going to be that much harder for you and that much more work that you're going to have to put into streaming in order to be successful. A lot of the most successful streamers are there at the very beginning. It's no secret. A lot of people who get on the ground floor of things are going to be the most successful. That being said, whatever is holding you back, try to alleviate it in the capacity that you can go ahead and start streaming today, okay? And this is going to work into some of the things I like to tell new streamers right off the bat. These are some of the most important tips I can give you starting out that have helped me. Now, these might not help you. I don't know if they're going to help you. I'm going to throw them out there because they helped me immensely. So I hope that you guys can gather whatever you can from this and help it, and I hope that it can help or improve your stream. So first thing is, if you haven't started, start now. If you want to start, now's the time. Every day, like I said, that you wait, it's going to be harder and harder and harder. So download OBS or XSplit or whatever you're going to use and just go, okay? Be careful, though, when you start streaming that you don't go in with the mindset of actually wanting to be a successful streamer. This is one of those things I don't think you're actually going to be able to control. But what I have found consistently over the course of talking to multiple streamers who are successful in what they do, they're full-time streamers, is that they did it simply because they love video games and they wanted to show video games to people. And I think that primarily that should always be your focus. Fun, people, doing what we love. We love video games. We've always loved video games. A lot of us have grown up and been with video games for years and years and years. Take that passion and take that enthusiasm and show that to the people that you're streaming to. Not to be famous, not to be anything like that. If you watched my first video, you understood the context of where I was coming from. It was not to be famous. It was not to be a big name or anything like that. It's happened over the last year, but that's because I came in and I just wanted to show people good content. I wanted to show people a video game that I was passionate about, that I thought that they would enjoy seeing. And so if you can, don't go into it thinking, oh, I want to be this great streamer, I want to have all these things, because you're just gonna fucking ruin yourself, really. Because what happens is if you go in with the idea that you want to be popular and you want to be, special, and you want all these things to happen to you, when things don't happen to you, you get extremely what's the word I'm looking for? You get discouraged, you get disheartened, and a lot of people give up. If you go into it just saying, hey, I love this game, I want to, I want to put some time into it, I want to show people, I want to throw it up on my stream, and you just stream it, people are going to come in and watch, and they're going to enjoy your enthusiasm, they're going to enjoy your passion for something that, you both share in common, which is, of course, video games. Or role-playing. I know some people do a lot of role-playing stuff on Twitch, and there's some other outlets, but I'm speaking mostly in the realm of what I understand, which is video games, because that's what I stream. Now, that being said, it's extremely important to stream what you have fun doing. But the only other tip I would give you in this episode, I know that this seems like a lot of cliche stuff, but it's so important that I say it, because if I didn't say it, it'd be so remiss. You guys are gonna be like, oh, of course, have fun. Yeah, no shit, asshole. Yeah, but the thing is that a lot of people don't think that way when they get into streaming. They do it for a purpose of being something or being, and I reject that totally. A lot of these guys that are big now just got in. They didn't even know they could make a career. I didn't know I could make a career. So the next thing is, and this goes along with some of you guys out there. I know a lot of you do go into it maybe thinking you want to be popular and everything. Sometimes you can't change that mindset. So this is a tip that I actually used really early on when I started to realize that I obsessed over numbers. I find that a lot of new streamers obsess over their numbers. How many viewers do I have? Do I have one? Do I have two? Do I have five? Do I have 10? They sit there and they spend half their stream watching their viewer count. And when it goes up a couple people, they're like, yeah, of course. And it gets them really enthusiastic. It might go up a little bit more, and then you'll see it dip down again. You'll lose a couple people. And they go, what did I do? What did I do? I don't understand. And it's this mental battle that you're playing with yourself when you're watching your numbers. Fuck your numbers. Like, don't even look at your viewer count. I don't today look at my viewer count. There's certain times I may look at my viewer count based on what is happening in the context of my stream, but I otherwise hide the amount of viewers I have, because what happens is if I'm not at a certain point, I get discouraged. Or if I'm I have so many viewers that it's abnormal, I start to get excited and then when I see them dip, then I have that disheartening feeling comes back in. So do yourself a favor. Okay, so let's review for a second. Have fun with what you're doing. Show people your passion and enthusiasm for the game that you're playing, and hide your viewer count so you're not constantly focusing on it. Because when you're focusing on your viewer count, people, you're not focusing on the quality of your stream. You're not focusing on the game. You're not focusing on the people. Pop out your chat in the side window and talk to those people who are there. And if nobody's there, talk to the game. And I mean that. That's another tip. That's the next tip, is talking to the game. A lot of you people who are starting out don't have people to talk to. I'm fortunate in a room of 1,000 to 3,000 people to have plenty of conversation going on with people. But what ends up happening is, I might talk to the game a little bit here and there when there's a dry spot. But for a lot of you starting out, you don't have people in there to converse with. I know you deal with that problem. So what I found is a really good technique is to talk to the game or talk about the game. So let's say I'm running through and I'm playing Wolfenstein. I use that as an example because that just came out. I might start, talking to some of the characters in the game, or start talking to some of the NPCs, or throwing out an occasional, yeah, fuck you, whenever I shoot somebody in the head. Or I might talk about simply what I'm doing and why I'm doing it if I'm playing an MMO. Guys, I'm out here, I'm leveling. This is the best place to level for where I'm at. I'm doing some questing. What's going to happen is eventually people will trickle in, and they'll see you explaining, and they'll stay to hear the end of your explanation or to learn something from you. When you're just sitting there like a zombie, which is what I would say to stay away from 100%. The only time you can zombie play is when you're a professional player, but we'll get into that in the next episode. Do not zombie play, okay? Do not do it. Do not sit there, click your button, don't talk to the audience, sit there, look at your game, ignore them, and just think people are going to come in and watch you play in that capacity, because they're just not. Unless you are a professional gamer, you've got some really sick talent, nobody's going to come and watch you do that. It's not fun for the person. I don't know why you would want to do that to begin with. Why would you broadcast yourself to people and then not interact with them? I'm not sure. But that will definitely hurt you. Okay, so hiding the viewer count, focusing on the stream, focusing on the people, interacting with the people that are there. When they're not there, interacting with the game or talking about the game, so that when people show up, they see you explaining things and makes them want to stick around. These are the things in a very fundamental way are going to hopefully help your stream grow. And these are very basic tips. I'm not getting too crazy with these tips. I'm not talking about what I like to call the raindrop effect, or positioning, timing, new game. Like, we'll get into all that in another thing, but just these simple tips starting out, if you follow these, you're going to make your stream a lot better place, because I feel like these are the places that people fail on the most starting out. So anyways, this was episode 2. I'm Ellohime. I'm going to be posting episode 3 shortly. And hopefully you guys we're going to probably get into the different types of streamers in episode 3, and where you fit in with all of that. So anyways, guys, you have a wonderful day. Take care, and be excellent to each other.